Welcome to the Out for Smokes podcast. Sean is out of town. We are filling in for him is unapologetic Starbucks drinker, Lizzy Cassidy.
Thanks for having me. I would say apologetic Starbucks drinker.
Okay.
Yeah, I live above one. Sorry.
Okay.
I was in a hurry.
I'm a little annoying. I see people drinking Starbucks.
I mean, it's the first thing you said to me when you saw me.
You said it to me a few weeks ago too.
You were drinking Starbucks. I thought we were a boycott.
I'm on the right side.
Him lately.
Hate me lately.
No, but what's annoying is I am boycotting Starbucks. I forgot one time, and it's the one time I saw someone who would say something about it. No one else in my life would say something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Mm-hmm. You are right.
I guess I am, but we all make our little concessions.
Also, if I'm being honest, I don't even know why we're boycotting Starbucks. Just people smarter than me who agree with me told me we are, so I am.
A girl that I follow on TikTok who is Palestinian and is like young and she's a musician. Yeah. She was like, if I see someone with a Starbucks cup, my life is literally in danger.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, whatever you say.
That's
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
You're cool. You got 300,000 followers. You're a Palestinian rapper.
I do want that person you just described to like me.
Sure,
that's the kind of person that I would like to like me. So
absolutely,
I'll stop.
Her name is Nemesis on TikTok. She's a Palestinian rapper who wears a hijab, and she said, "If I see someone with a Starbucks cup, I cross the street because my life is in danger."
You cross the street a lot. Yeah. You got to cross the streets. If you cross the street every time you see someone with Starbucks,
she's getting hit by a car. That's why her life is in danger. Yeah. Keep crossing the street.
But I think the boycott is like doing something. It's hitting them.
Yeah, I think it's doing good.
Starbucks is worried. Yeah.
That's good.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, it was full when I went in, so
yeah.
I don't think my one Starbucks in 3 months is making that much.
And you know what's so funny? You're drinking Starbucks, and I literally spoke to Aaron Berg on the telephone.
I know.
Today. He was in the car.
And you're acting like I'm the bad guy.
I know.
You're like, Aaron, I think what you're doing is great. I got a special coming out Thursday. I was thinking, who
if you
else
could
needs
share
a special?
it.
Aaron.
Yeah. He was in the car with Rich Voss. And I made a joke, and he was like, "That's really funny. I got to tell Voss that you just said that." And I go, "Man, I'm a coward."
Yeah.
You know?
I am too.
If I had
I'm
any
nice
principles, I'd be like, "Aaron, you are a, you know?"
Yeah. I'm nice to everybody to their face. I'm such a coward.
Yeah.
Like there's this girl like stole something I said in conversation. It was like a bit. My friend and I were doing a bit, and we told it to her, and then she posted it on TikTok.
Really?
Like,
that's messed up.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. She's a thief and a rat. But I was like, I had this whole like fantasy.
You gonna say who it is after the show?
After the show. After the show. Yeah. I'll tell anyone. Yeah.
Can we say who it was on Patreon?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
All right. This is what we do. This is how we get Patreon subscribers. Yep. We've gotten Patreon subscribers from some of our Gaza stuff, and also we go follow us on Patreon to find out who we're talking.
Yeah, you can say who it is on Patreon.
We do a little gossip.
Do a little post on your Patreon.
We're little gossipy little queens, and that's how we got up to. That's how we got up to the number that we're at.
You were gonna say it, and then you decided not to.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but yeah, it's public information. Good? You can go. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I pay my rent with the.
Oh, that's great.
It's good. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I
not
had
good
this
enough
whole,
for my wife.
Pay your rent with it. You get paid much more than me then.
What's that?
Nothing. Anyway, continue.
Or his rent is way less.
No, you could pay your. No, he lives with his mother.
No, I can't pay.
I don't think he has another job. Wait a minute. I don't
you
think
live
he has
with your mother?
Yeah, I live with my mother.
I don't think he has another job besides the Patreon.
Can I ask you a question?
No,
he's not putting any money away for taxes. I know that.
You just said he's running around the city with loose cash looking for a Chase Bank.
Yeah.
Do you tell women that your mother lives with you?
No, why would I ever do that?
Because I've dated those guys who are like, it's actually always their dad. Weirdly, I date guys who live with their dad. No. But they always go, I'm letting my dad stay with me for a few months. Then I go to the apartment. I'm like, well, this is your father.
Yeah, it's a house.
And you sleep on the couch. So, and really? you want me to fuck you on the couch.
No.
And then I date that guy for 6 months.
That's cool to live with your parents.
He's a good man. Though. Yeah.
No, you're so Italian. It's not cool to live with your parents.
No, it's awful and a burden, but sometimes you got to raise money, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think it's cool.
Yeah. No, it's
I wouldn't like
cool.
look down on someone for it.
I would never even try to get a girl to come to my mom's. No, that's
well,
crazy.
You'd be surprised people do.
Oh no, I know.
People sure do. Yeah. And I go.
There was
I let my mom have the upstairs.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
I stay down here for her.
They go, no, I let him have the master bedroom because it's closer to the bathroom. It's because it's his apartment. You think I think you have an apartment in Windsor Terrace? Shut up, dude. You're a musician.
They live in like the old part of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's no,
in a house.
Yeah, they have a yard.
In like a house with aluminum siding. They're like, this is my place.
Okay. I let my dad stay here.
Yeah, we got to enter through the back, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but you got to use what you have, you know?
For sure.
To get laid?
No, you'd like
or
in general.
Yeah.
If your mom lived in Queens, I would 100% be living with my mom to this day.
I just had my
giving her foot massages. I'd have a great life. I get to spend more time with my mom.
Does your mom
give her
ask
back
you for
rubs?
Foot massages?
No, but I would give them to her if she wanted them. Yeah, I would offer.
Do you?
You would offer?
Wait. Yeah. So you moved in with your mom. You and Deb split up, which is very possible.
No. Why did Deb and I have to split up? For me to give my mother a foot massage.
Do you think your wife is going to live with your mom?
What I wanted to say earlier was I worked with this Hispanic guy like years ago, and he was like, y'all white people are messed up. Y'all put your parents in nursing homes.
You know, both of the people I dated who lived with their dad were Hispanic guys, and I wasn't going to say anything, but they sure were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it is more culturally okay to live with your parents. It's more culturally
okay, but what's wrong with living with your...
but we say that, but like...
But they were trying to do that thing.
So many white people live with their parents. That's just like, right?
No, so many white people.
It's like everybody, yeah.
But white people who do it are like ashamed of it. And they lie about it.
Yeah, and then they move to the city and spend their parents' money.
Yeah.
Like, it's all lies. It's just white people are full of shit.
I love when someone's parents obviously pay their rent and they just lie to your face about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but living in your mom's house is different because you can help her with the bill. You can help her with
living in your mom's house is more honorable than living in an apartment your parents pay for.
Right? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you have to do yard work and take out the garbage.
Now, and did my mommy just co-sign a lease for me today? Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you got to use what you have.
You got to use what you have, and I don't have on paper income, so I had to go look at this, ladies.
Is your mom caked up, as they say?
I would say like relatively.
She's doing,
you know.
Yeah.
She works in commercial real estate.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
When'd she start doing that? Because that's like a new
like
thing
a long time ago.
Okay. Well, a lot of people just started doing it.
Yeah, no, she started doing it like, I don't know, 40 years ago.
Oh shit.
Because you kind of have like you're giving central Pennsylvania a little
Thanks,
bit.
I'm from upstate New York.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the same type
It's
of
the
thing.
same place.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, he was like, you guys put your parents in nursing homes. But I feel like my fantasy is that one day my dad and my mentally challenged brother go out to the store and are killed in a car accident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
I knew this was gonna be them dying.
It's like I want to say just my dad, but realistically, I need my brother out of the picture as well.
Yeah.
My mom is heartbroken, but also kind of liberated because she's just taking care of these two. Yeah, now
she gets to like have a hobby for the first time.
Yeah,
it's her like eat, pray, love. She finally gets to travel.
Yeah, she's had to wipe two people's asses her whole adult life.
Yeah,
and now
her own, and she's wiping your father's ass.
No, my brother's and my dad's.
She wipes your dad's
so that's
ass?
3 total if she's doing it herself too.
Sure. I think my brother wipes his own ass though.
And your father doesn't?
I should ask him. That was not.
If your brother doesn't wipe his own ass and like bidets exist, how funny they're still wiping his ass when they could just buy it.
They could just turn it on.
Like a $45 bidet.
Yeah.
And they could not have to wipe an adult man's giant ass.
It is crazy how quickly I would like, if like one of my friends got in a horrible accident and we had to wipe their ass forever, it's crazy how quickly I'd throw them in the shower.
In the shower?
Yeah, just throw them in the shower.
You ever have to wipe an adult's ass before?
Yeah, I have wiped my brother's ass a few times.
Yeah, how old was he?
What's that?
How old was he?
He was, I don't know, I must have been like in my 20s, early 20s. He's 4 years younger than me. Okay. But there were, a couple times where he was kind of learning, and his diet is not, it's not like he has a diet that lets you have clean dumps.
Got it.
You know? Sure. We got to not curse, right, Johnny, for the first 10 minutes?
We said.
Oh, no, we're not really on YouTube, right?
No, yeah, we're
not putting this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, I also definitely did already.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, we all.
I definitely said like they fucked me on the couch or whatever.
Yeah, but you can do whatever you want. Drink Starbucks. Call Judy Gold. Talk to Aaron Berg.
Judy Gold, they have to tie to the roof like a big tree.
Wait, why?
Is she on the
in
road
the car?
Is she on the road? They put the rope through the windows in the car.
They can't go on parkways because the low clearances.
Yeah. They can't even go through like McDonald's drive-thrus. Fucking head hits the.
She's just to wait outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh wait, so I wiped my dad's ass when he was dying.
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, that was like.
Did he have like a decent diet? Because my brother has like it's all processed foods and chicken nuggets that he eats. Yeah, so it's not like clean. It's not a clean wipe.
I get that.
I think that's probably like a big overlap of people who need their asses wiped and people who don't have very clean diets.
Yeah,
because even if you like are physically disabled, it's probably hard to eat like a big salad.
Yeah,
right. And why would you want?
It's probably easier to eat like milkshake.
Right.
Well, and when you shit your pants, it's sort of irrelevant anyway.
Yeah.
Because like my dad was shitting on a hospital bed. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Does your brother shit on the toilet and then you wipe his ass, or he's shitting and then it's like, oh no,
on the toilet. And you wipe
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying yours is getting
even if it's solid, it's a mess. But like, you don't just like shit in a bed and it's perfect.
Yeah.
But as someone who's wiped a lot of asses in the past couple years,
hell yeah, oh yeah, you have absolutely.
Like somebody lying on their back would be much easier, I would think, to wipe their ass.
Because you pick their legs up?
Yeah. Oh,
your brother lift up the legs. Because my son,
but the legs are so much longer than a kid's legs. You have to think,
dude. Best ass wiping. Let's be honest, but it would be insane. But like, if a kid like was like, okay, do doggy style position. That's like,
that's ideal.
I mean, it's evil, and you can't tell a kid to do that to wipe their ass. But all babies should be placed in doggy style position.
Is it evil to tell a kid to do that if
your ass is wiped? Am I wrong?
Is it evil to tell a kid to do that if you don't call it that?
I mean, it's not. Yeah, you just call it like, buddy. I don't even know.
Is it evil to be like? Act like
puppies?
I was literally going to say act like a doggy. I
that
guess
might be the best way to do it, but on the back is fine. But that's very funny.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you're like lifting your kid's legs and throwing them over his head.
Right.
Yeah.
Or what about like a reverse cowgirl? Would that be easy? Just different sex positions to wipe.
Or what if I like 69 did? Is that anything?
Yeah.
Someone heckled me this weekend.
Wait, can we introduce our co-host?
Oh God,
first?
yeah. Of course, yeah.
So Sean is in Europe.
France by himself. We didn't even question him, dude. We're such pussies when it comes to Sean. Like he was like, "I'm going to France." We're like, "With who?" He says no one, and we just go, "Okay," and then continue the podcast.
Crazy.
It's insane.
He's on the plane right now, just staring at the seat in front of him, like not using headphones or anything.
I was on a plane with a guy who did
wearing
that.
a wig.
Sure.
Yeah. that is slay though, to go to Paris by yourself.
He's dressed like a lady in Paris right now, I think.
I think he tweeted, he was like, I'm going to London if anyone wants to hang out.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey guys, I'm going to Bangkok if anyone wants to
shows?
If anyone wants to link up. I doubt it. I don't know.
He's like baguettes and
I guess he makes his money, wants to go on vacation, right? He's currently single, and what do you do when you have enough money to go on vacation? And you have a job that's like, I'm going to take vacation.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's not like he has friends. We're the closest.
You guys didn't want to go to
he
France?
has to friends.
I can't afford France.
Yeah.
Gotta bring us.
Have you ever been to Europe?
No, I've never been out of the States. I don't have a passport.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going next month. I'm going to Germany.
I went to Italy once.
You went to Italy? Mm-hmm. Where in Italy did you go?
Rome and Florence.
How was that? Florence is nice, right?
Sick.
It was great. I was 18. I could drink and bang a Welsh dude and hang out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that you picked Welsh, even though you were in Italy.
Well, he was there. I was there. We both spoke English.
That's nice.
I liked Florence a lot. I've heard mixed things about it, but it was very nice.
I liked it a lot.
I think I like it better than Rome.
I was in Rome for longer, so I feel like I got to know my way around better. Mm-hmm. But I did like Florence a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel connected to history when you go to Rome, or it feels like a tourist trap?
Yeah, it's like I'm back in Africa.
Yeah, like
well, I'm not Italian.
It's like time.
Kind of. You know what's funny about Italy is the whole country looks like your grandmother's house. You don't like expect that because it's not very modern looking. It's like very ornate. It looks like you're walking into an Italian lady's house.
Yeah, it's very gauche.
Yeah. Okay, so so you're filling in for Sean.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Your name's Lizzy Cassidy.
That is my name.
What's up, Lizzy?
You're Gen Z.
Super funny comic.
I guess, yeah. I'm like the first year.
Are you?
Like
97?
I'm like
96?
96, yeah.
Yeah, so 96 is the
the first year Gen Z.
Cutoff point of millennial and Gen Z.
Yeah, I'm the cusp.
Okay.
Yeah, like I could call her a millennial, and I think there'd be
Yeah, I kind of like identifying with Gen Z.
You do?
Sure.
Yeah, because like all my friends like talk shit about them so much. I think it's kind of fun to be like, like a double agent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think millennials are the ones who say these words the most, and I think that's why I hate them and want to reject being a millennial.
Yeah, it is.
I would
like
hope to God Gen Z isn't calling themselves that, and the older generation definitely aren't calling themselves boomers. Like it's all very, for millennials to be the generation that's like, why is everybody putting each other in boxes and judging them? And they're like, you're a boomer, I'm this, you're that. No, it's this year.
Every time someone
generation.
Every time someone says like the term Gen Z in conversation, like when they're making a point, it does give me the same feeling as like every millennial cringe.
Yeah, it just feels TikTok. Like a liar speaking on people that don't exist. You go, people don't exist like that.
Yeah.
I don't identify as a millennial.
Also, like, I do think Gen Z is cool.
Yeah, they're fine.
And I think it's weird when people act like they're not.
Sure. I think they're kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
They're a little...
annoying.
Well, they're a little like puritanical, I think. I don't know.
Do you think?
Their standards are very high. I don't know.
I don't think they're puritanical.
I guess I don't know a ton of them because...
First, define the word.
Well, their standards are very high.
Like for what?
They expect people to be kind of like perfect, I guess.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that.
You know?
But I don't think that that's true. I think they're like...
Because millennials, we were all downloading child porn off Kazaa.
But Gen Z people are all calling each other gay.
They are.
The difference is they just are gay.
Right.
They're all gay, but they're all like, that's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all...
I feel like people act like they're very like touchy-feely about all of these things, but I think they're more just like... I don't know, we're all gay and this guy's the gayest.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you don't believe that young kids are bullying still, look up suicide rates in school. Their kids are still getting bullied. Yeah, everyone's awful.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Now, there was Gen X, right? But see, I thought they were just called Gen X because they were like, Gen X because they wore
like
flannel
Generation
and stuff like
X, like it was cool.
Generation X,
Generation Straight.
Yeah. But then, okay, so then millennials are millennials, and then Gen Z is Gen Z. So
then there's Generation Alpha.
But then there's Generation Alpha. But it's like,
but that's kids.
We're just gonna go through the fucking alphabet. Like, why don't you think of a different
Beta
name?
is tough.
Yeah, for sure.
That's tough.
And then
they're gonna be overcompensated.
The next one's cuck, right?
Yeah.
Generation cuck.
Generation cuck.
Alpha, beta, cuck.
Yeah.
Generation, damn, that guy's fucking my wife.
Yeah. Generation, have you met my wife?
But I didn't realize we're just going through the alphabet with generation.
Maybe we'll mix it up.
I think
maybe it'll be like alpha.
Be like generation. Be like the frogs or something.
Yeah.
Have like a cool team name.
Have a team name.
Like Poison Frogs.
And a color. Give them a fucking color
That's
too.
That's so
right?
funny. Yeah. Every middle school like flag football team is the Poison Frogs.
Really?
Yeah. Why is it the Poison Frogs?
Well, because one, boys. Have you ever seen a Poison Frog?
Because they're beautiful but deadly.
Dude, they're so cool. Yeah. One of the coolest.
And boys love frogs. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, I mean they just
because girls love frogs.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need a sound effect.
Did you guys know girls love frogs?
We'll go through moments where I'm like, we're really having a good conversation.
Well, yeah, I mean, a girl kissed a frog. That's the whole prince and the frog. You think that's where it comes from? You think
no, I think girls love little animals.
Yeah. That's true.
And every girl for 2 years wants to be a marine biologist.
100%. That's true. Y'all love dolphins for a minute.
Yeah.
Horses too for a minute.
I was a horse girl.
Were you?
I know a girl who became a marine biologist. If you can believe that.
Does she love it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I saw it recently. I go, how's the ocean?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, but it's funny because
it's a stressful time to be a marine biologist.
Oh, I know. They're like, tell us about the aliens,
and they're like climate change.
I know.
And you're like, I like seahorses.
Yeah, she goes, not good.
Yeah.
She goes,
yeah.
Let me tell you about the ocean.
The ocean is so scary.
Sure.
You know,
it is. It's big.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Vast.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How did all those gay guys in the 1600s explore it?
Wait, what?
Well, because they were the ones exploring the ocean.
Yeah, guys without families.
Just guys with no families that wanted
so they were
to
all
go
gay.
on a boat with other
They were
guys.
gay guys.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. That's way more ballsy than exploring space. I feel like with space, you come back, you have your cell phone.
Yeah.
And you're like famous.
Yeah. What's balls here? Going to space or being gay in the 1600s?
Definitely being gay. Being gay.
Yeah. You got
the real astronauts, the guys that were like, we don't really know what's gonna happen if we start fucking.
Your boss is Vasco.
I don't even know if I can get you pregnant. Oh my God, they didn't even know.
Yeah, your boss is Vasco da Gama, and he's a prick. He's a huge asshole. Oh man, this is fun. We should kick Sean off the podcast.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a third pod.
Yeah.
Have you?
I have nothing going on.
Yeah, please just come do it all the time. We'll just add a fourth mic. I got hit on stage this weekend though. I opened for Lewis in Rhode Island.
Really? Oh my God.
But some guy goes, "Do you eat ass?" He screams it like towards the end of my set, and in my head I'm like, I thought he was trying to call me gay, right? If someone said, "Do you eat ass?" Why don't you be like, "Oh, you're trying to introduce?" Yeah, you're like, "Oh, we're talking about dude butts right now. Don't fuck with me," you know. And so I just like went on a tangent about how much I love eating ass. I didn't know what else to do, and so that's how I approached it.
Yeah.
And then everyone enjoyed it, and then he was like, "You're coming to the hotel with me and my girl tonight. You can't say no." And then, yeah, and then when
is that hit on or more like a?
That's like a threat.
It was like a he was threatening me.
That is sexual harassment.
Absolutely. And then I thought it was weird, and I got off stage, and then someone from the club was like, "Well, make sure he leaves before you leave."
Oh my God,
I'm afraid of them.
They're like,
Also, that's never happened to me.
They like bring Scott down to the office, and they're like, "Scott, you can just hide here until that guy leaves."
I'm saying I've been sexually harassed on stage. No one's ever been like, "Well, make sure you get." They're always like, "There's like, go take a picture with him." That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny how you told that guy you'd never fuck him with someone else's pussy because you were scared.
Imagine getting sexually harassed and then they give you a check for $300.
Imagine.
Right.
Yeah. Let me think about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
$300.
Well, that's good. You're working the road.
Yeah.
You doing some featuring on the road?
Sometimes I did a headlining.
They go, while you're down here, while you're hiding from the guy who wants to rape you, let me just cut you a check now.
I headlined a brewery a couple weeks ago, and I did sexually harass the bartender the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like
during your set or after?
During my set, not after. Oh my God, no. And I have a boyfriend, but he's like a hot guy who was like doing.
Yeah.
Like he's like the guy. It's like a small town
outside of New York. Yeah. No, that's so attractive.
It's like, true. Yeah. But also like it's like a small town, and he's the guy with like tattoos and a nose ring.
Yeah, that's fun.
And I was like, I know what you are.
Yeah.
I know that like I know that you're cleaning up in this fucking town because you're the only guy who looks like that.
Sure.
And I was like, I will fuck you.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have.
But you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You're just gonna cheat on your boyfriend?
No, I'm not actually going to. I was floundering.
Yeah, you know comedy. You stand up there and you go, I'll fuck you. I'm not going to fuck this lady.
It is crazy that women can do that. Like, I said that on stage. I was like, if a male comedian came in and said this shit to a female bartender, he'd be run out of town.
Yeah, because there's like the physical difference.
Yeah.
That's like a very incel thing to complain about, I feel like.
Oh, I'm not complaining about it. I think it's funny.
It is funny.
I think it's funny that I get to do that because men kill women and women don't kill men. Yeah.
But if
it's the little prize we get because men murder us.
Yeah. Such an obvious bit because there's no murders.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if like a race of aliens came down. They were all 9 feet tall, and the women could like snap me in half easily.
Yeah.
And one of them was bartending at my show, and I said, I want to fuck her purple vagina.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just laughing at you.
She's just laughing. Yeah. She's like, ha ha ha. I'll snap you in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I'll snap you in half, and then I don't know, I'll grab each half of you with my tentacles.
Yeah.
And then whatever, I don't know.
And then whatever she wants to do to them,
I'm not great off the cuff.
Have you ever seen that? Like, it's like alien type porn where it's like.
No, I've never seen alien type porn. What are we talking
about?
Anime,
maybe. But it's
tentacle?
Like tentacle porn. Where
I've never seen it. I know it exists.
Being fucking a CGI woman. Yeah, that's popular.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't
or they
it.
have like, there are like sex toys that I've seen that look like tentacles.
Okay.
I'll go into like a sex toy store for like a goof.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, I used to.
And they have the tentacle ones.
Yeah. Interesting.
That is interesting. How big are they? They're like
some of them are really big.
Tentacles. Damn.
There are people who like. That's the thing. I also saw a TikTok of a girl who had like, I don't know, like a 4 foot tall like tentacle dildo that was shaped like a traffic cone, and she was like plugging her OnlyFans, and she was like, if you subscribe to my OnlyFans, you get to watch me sit on this.
Damn. I guess if I was a lady, I would get into like crafting things I could sit on, right?
I don't think you would.
I think all dudes would if they were ladies. Wouldn't we just be like, wouldn't we all just become like carpenters?
But then wouldn't all ladies be doing that?
I'd be a carpenter, I think. I'd be just making things to sit on all the time.
Just making things to put in your...
Chairs would look totally different if guys had pussies.
I think you'd be making things to like grind on.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Slide on. Yeah,
you wouldn't be making things to sit on. It's like... That's like a magic trick. That's like true. For an audience.
Oh, okay. That's not like enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's the
I mean, it's fine, but it's not like the thing, you know?
No, it's the motion, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. That is true. Did you see the Nickelodeon documentary?
No.
No.
But I get it.
You know what happened.
I know about this guy, this pervert guy.
Well, Brian Peck is, I guess, the main pervert.
Oh, I don't know about that guy.
Unless Mike wants to talk about something first.
No, whatever.
I
just didn't get a chance to watch the.
Y'all grew up watching Nickelodeon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
But my shows might have been different. I don't know how.
What were your shows?
The Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Fairly Odd. I do remember like the Amanda Show and all that. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we can't bring up the cartoons because the cartoons weren't sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Fairly Odd Parents are actually in the clear.
Right, was sexually assaulted.
Well, so that's Miranda Cosgrove, right?
But that's the other one, Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy.
Because I read her book.
Oh, you read her book, so you know. Yeah, so she was...
If I'm being honest, I read half of her book.
Yeah, but isn't that what reading a book
is? That's what reading a book is.
Yeah.
I was like, I get what she does. And then I switched to a different book.
Yeah. So like Dan Schneider...
Yeah.
He was on this. He was on some show in the late '80s, like Head of the Class. Did you ever watch that? I never watched this.
He was in that movie, the John Cusack movie, Better Off Dead.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I like that movie. I don't remember
like
him.
the weird fat guy named Ricky.
God damn! Now I got to rewatch because I like that movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The weird neighbor.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And so he was like, I don't want to be the fat guy and stuff anymore. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, I want to be a serious writer.
Which is annoying, by the way.
Of course.
Be the fat guy and stuff.
Come on.
You're lucky that you have a career and you're a fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Farley's like
I'm the fat guy
my
on
favorite.
podcast.
I love
That's
him.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farley's my favorite.
I'm the fat guy on my podcast.
Oh, man. What the fuck were we saying? Okay.
I'm like,
so
what's in the news?
Yeah. Just falling on a table. So Nickelodeon is like, hey, we're going to make a sketch show because obviously SNL's been around since the late 70s. In Living Color is popping. It's like 91 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's do an all kids one. Hey, Dan, do you want to write the pilot? So Dan Schneider wrote the pilot. He's like one of the people who helped create all that.
All that was great, by the way.
Dude, it was a problem.
All that was amazing.
It was actually good. And is that how your memory works? Like, are you seeing it that it was good?
Oh, it was great.
It was actually good.
It was great.
Yeah. Yes.
And Kenan and Kel was great too. You forget how funny some of the episodes are. Like there's an episode where they find the cure for the common cold. They're just like messing around in the kitchen and they forget the recipe.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then there's one where like Kenan's going to sue a tuna company because he found a screw in the tuna and he's like holding out to get $1 million. And they try to settle out of court with him. They're like, all right, son, what if we give you $50,000? They're like, how about 100,000? He's like, all right, we'll give you $1 million. And he's like, no, I'm going for he's going for the 10 million. So he's like, I'm going to go to court and I'm going to do the 10 million. And then Kel just like Kel's in court, he can't hold it in. He starts going, I dropped the screw in the tuna.
That's a great show.
That's great.
Yeah.
He was always
Good
like
Burger, all that.
Yeah, that wasn't all that. That was a sketch.
That.
Yeah. Dan Schneider, I think, is in Good Burger.
What was it? It was Kenan and Kel.
The one with the puppets. I'm remembering now.
Wienerville?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Wienerville?
Yeah, they're like scary puppets.
I'm not remembering.
It's like the guy's head and the little body.
Yeah, maybe.
I gotta look this up. This was all that?
It actually doesn't really matter, but I just remembered it.
Remember
while
like
I was
Action League Now?
What was the scary puppets
That
stuff?
was a good show.
That was a good show.
That was a very good show.
Variety show.
Variety show.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that. Like they need to bring back that. It's probably just everything on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one show, Robot Chicken, is sort of like Kablam.
Yeah, I guess it's more
stop
like a
motion.
sketch. Yeah.
But anyway, he does all that. There's like a PA on
Wienerville.
all that. Oh, I remember this.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what you're thinking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
That was fun. It was just some guy named Mark Wiener.
Yeah.
And he didn't even molest anybody.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Well,
Like
Anthony
Mark-
Wiener. I was going to say you can if your name is Wiener, but Anthony Wiener.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's crazy. Yeah, Mark Wiener didn't touch a single kid.
Yeah, you would think.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
There's this dude, Brian
It's a
Peck, who
shame
ends up-
that he didn't
do you
touch
remember,
anyone.
Do you remember like Pickle Boy? He was called Pickle Boy or something? Pickle Man or something? He was on like the later seasons of all that.
Maybe if I saw him.
Oh, because he's the child molester.
Oh, pull them up. I want to see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's an older season of all that, though, I think.
No, so it's the more current. You mean older as in closer to now? Is that what you mean by older?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
A
newer season.
Yeah. So what's going on is all that debuts.
They shoehorned in the pickle man.
It's also really funny that you know how his brain works well enough to be like, and by older you mean newer.
Yeah.
And by older you mean younger.
You used the wrong word.
Do you remember Katrina Johnson though? She was on all that. She was like Amanda before Amanda. She was younger than all the other cast. She was like 9 or 10 when everyone else was like a teen.
Yeah.
And
Dan
she played
Schneider
Ross Perot.
Broke her by accident and left her in a ditch.
What?
That's what happened to her.
No.
No.
Really?
No.
She's alive.
Yeah, she's alive. She's like a beautiful lady and all this stuff.
I don't remember these people.
Maybe it was like a few seasons.
I remember the lady Mary something.
Lori Beth Denberg.
Lori Beth Denberg was awesome.
The best.
With vital information.
Obsessed with her.
She was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
She didn't complain about anyone bothering her for some reason. So anyway.
Well, she was 38 years old when they
she was like 38 years old.
She is. Gabriel Iglesias was a cast member. I remember that.
The later
like,
season.
This is weird. I still didn't give a fuck. I was like, you feel older than everybody. Still.
Yeah.
I remember.
Were
Danny
Drake and
Tamborelli.
Josh?
Yes.
See, it kind of.
No. They were on the Amanda show.
I know. I didn't know if they were both.
No.
But see,
because Amanda was on all that, right?
Yes. Oh, dude, we'll get to that because
sorry.
In my eyes, she was like a hero. But
I love her.
Yes.
Still.
Yeah. Do you remember the girl who played Ross Perot? I just said her name, Katrina Johnson.
Yeah.
So I'm only bringing that up because my mom mentioned, she was like, we were talking about voting the other day, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she was like, well, remember, like, it's between two people always. Don't do some dumb shit at the end. And I'm like, whatever, fuck you. And she was like, your grandmother got so mad at your aunt when she voted for Ross Perdue, the guy who does the chicken. That's what she said to me. And I go, oh, okay. And that's the chicken she fucks with, is Perdue chicken. It's the only chicken she buys. And she thinks that's the guy who ran for president in the early 90s.
And she didn't like him for president.
Yes. But anyway, she was like Amanda Bynes before Amanda Bynes. And Dan Schneider, right?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, what do you think about your own show? It was very like whatever until he saw Amanda.
Do you think it's weird that your mom's brain dead and your sister's a whore?
Do I think it's weird? No. No. Well, ain't that America for you and me? No, it's just America, right? So, and you know, what we're consuming, it's not their fault. Anyway, Amanda, they saw her at the Laugh Factory. She was doing one of those like kid comedy camps. The industry's so disgusting.
Kid comedy camps.
Yeah, come watch kids do comedy. And again, by the way,
how did they spell? Well, you know they spelled it.
Kid comedy camp.
You know,
KKK.
you know they use K's to spell out.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Dan Schneider was racist.
And it's, you know, Amanda, you could look it up online. She's like killing at the Laugh Factory at this kid camp. And you know what these actually are. It's their parents are psychopaths and they write sets for them and they go, you gotta do it this way.
They still
this
put
way,
them on like
tone.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
So here's what happened, folks. We lost about 20 minutes of the episode. Maybe we were almost done. We were at 50. I had my thing clocked. We were at 57 minutes.
57.
Folks at Nickelodeon.
I had a very funny line.
Yeah.
Should we try to redo it?
Well, we'll just So we got to the point in the documentary. I started talking about Drake Bell was being sexually assaulted by a voice coach at Nickelodeon.
Yeah. And he said, picture the worst things, and that's what the guy was doing to me. And I said, the worst thing I can imagine is a lizard in my ass.
Yeah.
And it's not funny.
And it was funny at the time.
It was funny in the moment.
And I was going to say that I think a bird would be worse.
A bird in the ass?
Would be worse than a lizard.
Mm-hmm.
I think a bird would die. That's the thing. Most of these
things
die.
Don't you hate podcasting?
Yeah.
It's really...
for sure.
It's an hour-a-week prison.
It's also crazy to be like, this child was sexually abused for like a long period of time, and here's the joke I made about it. But that is our job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think bird would be worse than lizard. Or snake.
I guess bird would be worse. A snake, yeah.
Snake is long.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd prefer a lizard.
Do you guys do like in your ass stuff?
No.
No, not really.
Yeah.
No. I've had my ass touched
like you
before.
don't.
No, I've had my ass touched.
Yeah, but not like...
No, me, no.
Well, I don't want like anyone getting an infection in their finger.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
I mean, that's how you get infections.
In your finger?
That's how you get swollen fingers. Yeah.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
Because there's duty up there.
Swollen fingers from like
if you wash
hammer.
your hands. Also, this sounds like I don't do it. Yeah, but so I am on your side, but I don't think you get infections from it.
But John Early had a joke in his special where he says that like sometimes anal is so good you feel like shitting is like an afterthought of the ass.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I disagree, but I'm not a boy.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I could try to talk somewhat about whatever I missed about the Nickelodeon documentary.
Wait, so we were talking about the Amanda show.
Yeah, how great it was.
We said, remember when Amanda had the sketch Block Bleaster? Like the
oh
Eastern
yeah,
European
did we
family.
lose the Block Bleaster thing?
Yeah, we lost Block Bleaster.
Oh my God, that was great.
It was just a top-notch show, and she was fantastic. Drake and Josh were cast members on it.
Yeah.
They get their own show.
Give us the rundown and try to pick up where you left off. Yeah.
They get their own show. I'm
so glad you noticed that too.
There's a vocal coach. It's fine. Brian Peck, who is on he's on Drake and Josh. He's helping these boys. Drake's dad is like, this guy's weird. And then I told you he went to like executives at Nickelodeon or producers. He was like, this Brian Peck guy is weird around my son. And they were like, you might be a homophobe because he's just gay and that's what they do. This is what Drake's dad says that Nickelodeon told him.
Yeah.
So anyway,
classic
this guy
too.
gets so involved in Drake's life that he convinces him, hey, your dad is your manager. You can't have your dad as your manager anymore. You're blowing up. You're getting all these he was playing music. Remember Jake would like sing songs and shit?
Yeah, now he's Spanish.
Yeah.
Now he sings in Spanish and performs in Brazil.
Yeah, he was like number one. Yeah, he was like number one on the charts in Mexico for a minute.
He's just like Mexican.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
And
they like adopted him.
Yeah. And
he speaks Spanish on TikTok.
Does he
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I was trying to make a Drake Taco like Bell joke, but you can't. It's just not there.
You could have just said Drake Taco Bell.
No.
Now he's Drake Taco Bell.
More like Drake Taco Bell.
Yeah, there we go,
motherfucker. Yeah. So you're overthinking.
Yeah.
Don't you hate podcasting?
Yeah, of course.
This vocal coach Brian, he gets so involved in Drake's life, starts going to his my band's playing in San Diego. All of a sudden, like Brian's driving 2 hours to San Diego to see him. It's like, what are you doing, Brian? You're an adult man,
Drake's dad shows up. He's like, this gay pedophile's in my seat.
It's so weird when they get like obsessed with the kid in a way that's like they're not even hiding it anymore.
The worst.
You're grown,
and that's what happens.
It's like what like teenage girls do. I'm gonna go to a show.
Get ready for the most teenage
girl
shit ever this dude Brian does. Drake gets a girlfriend. He's 16 at the time. Drake is hanging out at his girlfriend's house. Brian Peck keeps calling the girl's house line. Like, we had plans. Where are you?
Oh my God.
And so Drake is like, because it's in front of the girl's mom. He's like, oh, sorry, whatever. Like, we'll figure out another date to hang out, and hangs up on him. And he's like, oh, sorry, that was just Brian, And then his girlfriend's mom was like, come into the kitchen with me. And she was like, what's going on with this guy? A 40-something-year-old guy is like bugging out on you. Because that's the other thing. The guy kept calling back even though he was like,
wait, this is the girlfriend's mom?
The girlfriend's mom? Not even his own mother.
Drake's got to make excuses for him. Like, yeah, he just overreacts sometimes.
Literally like that. Yeah. And
he's like, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Leave your girlfriend's house or I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. And so, and then she was like, what's going on? And he like, finally, finally an adult has entered the room.
Right.
And she was like, this old man fucking you? This is crazy. And he was like, yeah. And then
what a good lady.
Yeah, he told his mom and the cops.
Sometimes you just got to ask the kid.
Sometimes you have to ask a kid.
Yeah.
Let's cut to the chase.
Is this guy fucking you?
Yes.
I think that's like the reason why I'd like to be a cool aunt. Because I don't think I'd be a great mom, but I do think I could be like, you can tell me if this guy's fucking you.
Yes.
I get it.
Right. Because
men
I'd be
are crazy.
I'd be like, damn it, son, how could you? I'd start freaking out and crying.
You would like tell him it's his fault.
No! This is all your fault.
Yeah. Totally. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill myself.
Whatever the worst reaction you can have.
Oh, the dude, because they filmed the pilot and then they didn't film the rest of the episodes. This is like when he starts getting sexually abused. And Brian Peck is like, hey, try to convince them, Nickelodeon, to refilm the pilot and I'll be the dad.
Ew.
It's like, yeah, this dude is just a psycho. And the guy, goes to court, all this stuff. Drake said that Brian's side of the court was like full of like recognizable like names and stuff. He got 41 letters from like friends, family, but then actors. The Sean from Boy Meets World.
Like that guy from that 70s show got him people to write letters.
Yeah, we need to ban actors from writing letters, signing letters.
Yeah. What's so crazy? You see the actors who sign the letters. It's like these are also child act. It's all like
they're probably
22, and it's like I think he's an honest man. It's like can we admit what age is? And 22 is also weird and young.
Also, he probably fucking molested them.
All the stars are here for this trial. Woody Allen, R. Kelly,
and they're writing notes like he's been under a lot of pressure this last year. That's punishment enough for what he did. There's people that were like the only way he did this was if Drake was like pressuring, like they're basically like this kid's gay. He's doing play shit.
And look at how hot he is.
He's gay as fuck. He's a child actor. Of course he's gay.
And look at him. He's hot and gay.
It was like really wild shit they were throwing at this kid.
That's
was just
really
him
sad.
And his mom
I feel
and his brother in court. No one else was there for him. And
where was his dad?
He fired his dad.
So he's like,
but he didn't fire him.
His father show up. No, his father came back in his life.
Okay.
Oh no, he lied to his father. So he called his father. He goes, "They got Brian." He goes, "I knew he did something." He goes, "Thank God it wasn't you, son. I'm so glad." And he was like, "Yep, thank God it wasn't me." And then hung up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, so his dad thought it was someone.
Looked at his butt in the mirror and cried. What? It's real.
Did he really look at his butt in the mirror?
No, I don't know.
I was like, if I laughed at that, that sucks. But it's so.
Could you imagine you're going to court? You're like, somebody molested my son, and on the other side is like, I don't know, whoever. Just Kenan Thompson.
None of us can think of one famous person.
Bill Clinton. Like the guy who voices Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just actors are like so dangerously stupid.
And Drake
Will
told
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
He said at 16 he stood.
Lorne Michaels.
Lorne Michaels was
there.
so there.
He was there.
Definitely. We didn't know he was there because he's so short, but he was there.
He was so there.
Was
Big Bird and Elmo were there.
Yeah.
They're close personal friends of this child molester. Yeah.
Yeah. And Drake
Kermit
said,
the Frog.
He was like, "You will have memories of standing here in court defending this guy, and I'll
Drake
remember
said that?
you doing it." Yeah, Drake apparently said that.
Oh my God, I'm so sad for Drake. I thought he was like a loser until this conversation.
Well, because when he was older, he was messaging a girl, like a minor.
Yeah.
And from what I've read of the story, because I was mad at him when I saw that, I go, "Fuck Drake."
Yeah.
And then he like disappeared last year. Remember that? He was like a missing person.
Now he lives in South America.
In 2023. Yeah.
Somewhere, or Central America.
Exactly.
He speaks Spanish.
Yep.
Now he's like the Selena of Honduras.
No, he is. He's like, they love him. He does like huge shows there, and they're all like obsessed with him. And he goes on, and he's like, "Hola." Te amo.
Me gusto sing.
Yeah, he's like, Te amo, Brazil.
No Spanish. Yeah.
You know?
And even in the
Brazil.
Nickelodeon.
They speak Portuguese in Brazil.
I think they speak Spanish, some of them too.
Really? I thought it was okay.
I don't know.
It's neither here nor there.
Well, I'm sure some people speak
But
English
Brazil
there, too.
is
I mean,
big
it's the
for
world.
like, Brazilian fans of anything are always like very vocal. Like if you look at any celebrity's Instagram, there's all these comments that are like, "Come to Brazil."
Absolutely. Yeah. It's popping.
So I think they adopted Drake Bell.
Probably. And he, where was I with him? I mean.
So he said that you're going to remember defending this person and I'm going to remember you.
And then, I mean, this is it. The show happened. So everything we watched was he was living through all of this while we were watching the show. And none of us knew this until the documentary.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch the show? I watched the show.
Drake and
Were
Josh.
you like
I watched
age-wise?
Drake.
Yeah.
So Drake and Josh was like as I was stepping away from Nickelodeon. you know?
Drake and Josh was prime Nickelodeon times for me.
Yeah, and iCarly I was out because iCarly, Miranda was their little sister in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
iCarly was as I was stepping away.
So with iCarly, and then shows like Victorious come out. I missed all of that. That's like, and then Sam and Kat, which is Ariana Grande. And
by then I was out.
I was out.
Yeah.
And that's when Dan
It's kind
got
of sad
fired.
when you
Dan
leave,
Schneider finally got fired.
When you leave Nickelodeon, because I had younger siblings, so they were watching like Cat Dog, and I was jacking off 9 times a day. They're like, "Come in here and watch Cat Dog with us."
And you were like, "I'm rock hard."
Yeah.
My sister's friend walked in on me jerking off to what was the Hillary Duff show? Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
You would jerk off to Lizzie McGuire?
That day.
To Lizzie or Miranda?
It might have been her. Who was the friend with
Miranda.
the high socks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe her.
And Gordo.
definitely didn't jerk off to Gordo. I had a Gordo.
But Gordo. But what about how like they were all like, I don't know, I'll kiss Gordo. Wait, what did you say?
I said I had a Gordo.
Oh, that's fun.
But she walked in on me jerking off and just turned around and went back into.
Oh, good for her.
She just turned, and we've never.
And then she definitely talked wild shit to your sister. What was it, your sister's friend?
Yeah, my sister.
She definitely talked wild shit to your sister and their other friends.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, ew. You know?
They've never brought it up to me. So.
Your sister's got a blanket over her shoulders.
And they end up firing Dan Schneider years later for just like verbal abuse. And he will admit to that. He just did an interview. Yeah. Did you see? It's like a 15-minute interview where there's this cast member from iCarly. Who's like interviewing him, and he's like, "You were so nice to me, Dan. What's wrong with these people?" And he's like, "I know, but sometimes I would yell." And he's like, "I guess so, but you got to get stuff done, Dan." Anyway, and like that's his apology video.
Yeah.
And
but sometimes I would yell, and other times I would molest children.
yeah. But there was these two women there. They ended up firing one of only two women wrote on all that. One of them got fired for like no fucking reason, and the other woman quit because she's like, I can't be the only woman with all these guys because that's how like awful and shitty they were all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny, trying to get a job and they're like, so what's this gap in your resume? Why did you leave all that?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I could smell gang rape in the air, so I left.
And then, so Brian Peck, guilty, all this stuff, right? He's in trouble. He's not allowed to work with children. There's all these rules. He gets hired by Disney right after to work on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh my God, not the Sprouse Boys.
Yeah, and no one cares. They like bring it up to them and they're just like, shut up, dude. We're trying to get our friend to work.
How can you be that good of a vocal coach?
It's disgusting. I know.
That's like not even an important thing.
What is even? Yeah.
What is even, yeah.
It's like they weren't really singing, so you're just like practicing their impressions.
Right, just get literally anyone.
Yeah, like do a hillbilly, do this. Get out of here.
Get literally anyone.
Yeah.
I met one of the Sprouse twins the other day.
I saw one walking around a few years ago.
I was at a bar and he was there and like I asked him for a lighter and he like turned around like it was going to be a big deal that it was him. And so I was like, thanks. And he got all like weird. It was fun.
Nice.
That's
He's
the
like,
Big Daddy
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Big Daddy, that's the same
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. And Friends.
Did we keep the AIDS bit, the AIDS test bit? I don't think we did.
Oh, I liked the AIDS
when we talked about
test
AIDS?
bit.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Fuck. It's all right.
Gosh.
How did AIDS come up?
You were talking about STD tests or something.
Yeah. Someone brought up STD tests.
It's all right. It's like, this must be what losing a child feels like.
Yeah.
You lose some really
I will
good
say
ribs.
that
Miscarriage feels like.
Yeah.
the version of this
Stillborn.
20 minutes.
I'm just gonna lie around and yell at my spouse for the next 3 weeks.
Us explaining the 20 minutes we had
Is
in
not
this
as
20
good
minutes
as
is very different.
That
Like, I
20
always
minutes was
wonder.
so much better than this
crazy.
20 minutes,
Yeah,
and no one
It's
will
all
ever
right.
know.
That's okay. That's okay.
It was
Are you recording video?
real magic.
Oh, so it exists on the video.
The whole time? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but the camera audio? I doubt it.
No.
Oh yeah.
If you want to use that. That's okay.
No, I just mean like it's somewhere.
Yeah.
You could write it down and put it on your Patreon.
Transcribe it.
Yeah. You could transcribe it for the Patreon.
That's true. Yeah. I guess where there's a will, there's a way.
It was
There
really
is a
good
will.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
And none of us have AIDS was the end.
That was the main thing. Was we don't have it.
Have you
we
guys
talked about
just
school
had-
I was saying,
plays.
wasn't
we talked
it
about
funny?
School plays too.
Right.
School
And
plays.
someone mentioned how in Ren it's not AIDS. It's
Oh
like
yeah, it's
kitty
the
thing.
cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, wasn't it funny that I was having sex with my half Japanese girlfriend who worked at H&M and
Yeah.
lived in Williamsburg?
And you thought you had
getting
AIDS.
tested for AIDS.
I
Well,
never
no,
met your
that's
half
good.
Japanese girlfriend.
Yeah.
I feel like now
It was like a long time. I don't even think I knew you then because it was like 2009.
You still talk? You know what she's doing now?
I have no idea. I think she had a baby.
recorded
She
Japanese
we
baby.
broke up and then she released like a rap album. She released like a techno.
Oh my god, a guy wrote a
started
poem after I
dating.
broke up with
Half
him.
is
Really?
she Kim from Matt and Kim?
That'd be
I don't
cool.
think so.
No.
Their band was called like Aquabots or something.
Oh,
'Cause
I
she
know
started
them.
Dating. No, but it
I'm
wasn't.
just kidding.
Yeah,
I made
yeah,
that
yeah.
up. I don't know them.
Yeah. And it was really, the music was really bad. I wish I could find it.
Did she go after you?
What's that?
Did she
In
go
the
after
music?
you in the music?
No, I
Drake
don't think
released a
so.
song too. I didn't even watch it. He has a song about
Brian?
It coincides with the release of this documentary.
Like
and
Kesha.
It's like, yeah, and the music video is like him going into a trailer as a kid, and it's obvious he's being molested, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like they close the curtains on the trailer. You know?
Are you guys caught up on Cory Feldman lore?
I know about, I know enough.
I'm like obsessed with Cory
Comeback,
Feldman.
what is it, Encore King?
Comeback King?
Yes,
Yeah.
and everyone, they're chanting it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Ascension Millennium is the music video for that is crazy. But he was big into like here's like a documentary about me getting molested.
Yeah.
But then it was just a documentary about Corey Haim getting molested.
Yep.
And then he like has sex with a 15-year-old girl when he's like 13 and he's like same.
Really?
Well, I do think Cory Feldman was molested, but in his retelling of the story, he's like, and then a 17-year-old hot girl fucked me and Haim were the same. Meanwhile, Haim was getting his back blown out by every producer in Hollywood. Oh, yeah. It's horrible. And then Corey Haim's family is like, please stop doing this.
Right. It's like, how do you just put your kid in regular show business, not pedophile show business?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there is. Show business is pedophilia.
Yeah, it's pedophilia.
Children on camera are for pedophiles, no matter what they're doing.
And it's just so weird because there's been so many talented kids that have like come and go, you know?
Yeah,
like there's some kids that are like genuinely talented.
I know.
Like I see a lot of toddlers and I look at my kid and I go like, my kid has so much more charisma.
Yeah, he's a star.
My kid's got more charisma than this entire room put together.
Do you think your kid has like it factor?
I mean, to me, yeah, he does, but I don't know. But
I wonder if he would to
looking.
someone else, yeah.
He's very good looking, but it's like, that's and his
most
reward, God blessed him with all this charisma and all this talent, and his reward is going to be getting a lizard up his ass.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Well, you just have to protect him from anybody who seems like they might put a lizard up his ass.
I just had to get my open carry permit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when people go, hey, that guy's not a pedophile, he's gay, like they did to Drake's dad, you can just kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll wear t-shirts.
I think that's fine.
I'll wear a t-shirt to say, I don't dial 911, just on set.
Yeah, they call me.
Yeah.
I don't call the cops, they call me. I love those guys.
Yeah.
I love those guys that are like, I have a daughter, I also have a shotgun, like their t-shirt. It's like, okay. Just fuck your daughter.
I like the guys that pose at like their daughter's prom with like with like an AR-15
or her wedding.
Her wedding?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun guys are crazy.
Yeah. And also, your gun's not going to stop.
Right.
This 23-year-old from fingering your daughter.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know. My dad pulled a gun out on a kid who was sneaking into my house to meet up with my sister.
Oh yeah.
Put it right to his face.
Oh, I thought you meant to meet up with you for a second. I was like, just to hang out.
My dad was like, I think at the time he was
crazy.
sleeping on the upstairs.
I hope your dad had more than one gun.
Oh yeah, my dad had all.
Your dad was a cop. Yeah.
Anywhere my dad was sitting or
Why did
laying,
that joke not hit?
There was a gun.
It.
I didn't get it.
Because it's like his sisters. There's so many guys coming.
Oh,
in.
because his sister's a whore.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like pulling
he
out.
would need
like
a lot
the way
of
the
guns.
mask would
I
have
don't
to
know
pull
the
out
like
a bunch of different guns.
I don't know like
oh,
the
Tommy
lore.
gun.
Yeah, right.
I don't know the lore of your families well enough to get that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this was my youngest sister, and my dad was upstairs on the couch, which meant there was a gun underneath him, and it was like midnight. It was midnight.
That rips.
Yeah, and he was looking out the window, and there was a kid like walking in the yard, like near the yard, and he's like, "What is this guy doing?" And then he ran into the backyard, to meet up with my sister downstairs. And my dad ran downstairs, and when the kid opened the screen
He's like,
door,
"Please, I'm just here for the $5 special."
My dad had a gun right in his face.
I'm just here for the lunch special. That's what she called it.
Yeah. And I remember his name's Glenn. Hi, Glenn.
It's like
Glenn
$12.
Mikulowski.
Yeah.
Hi,
And
Glenn.
I remember Glenn opens the door and my
his
dad was
pants.
like, "Get the fuck out of the house, motherfucker!" with the gun right to his face. And Glenn goes, "Hi, Poppy." He's not Spanish. He just went, "Hi, Poppy." He's just like nervous kid.
Oh my god, that's the funniest guy.
Yeah. And my dad was like, "Get the fuck out!" And then obviously it was like
This poor kid thought he was going to lose his virginity.
Yeah.
Instead, he came another way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would shit my
This
pants.
this poor kid. This poor kid. He's 28 years old. He's never had sex. He's like, I can.
28 years old.
He's like,
He has a bunch of liquor for my sister.
Yeah. He's like, I can go pay $12 and get the lunch special.
And then I remember my dad, and like my dad's kind of right in that you're not allowed to enter a person's home, and he was pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But I remember feeling really bad for my sister. Like, oh, you don't get to just have like people sneak over.
Yeah.
Because like dad could actually kill them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I remember us sitting there and my dad like cooling off, and my dad was not good at cooling off, and being like, do you realize I could have shot him and I would have been right?
Yeah.
So reassess.
Yeah.
And all of us being like, damn, what the fuck?
But also, no, you wouldn't have been. You can't just kill a kid.
If someone runs into your...
No, I know, but I'm saying like morally.
Technically,
if I'm like...
Oh, sure.
You know,
Of course.
Like you like killed your daughter's boyfriend?
No, yeah, but it was...
Like legally,
he wasn't her boyfriend.
I know, but you know, I don't feel
comfortable
calling this
knowing
sister
what I know about this family.
We're not as close.
Yeah, they were going steady.
One of your sister's boyfriends.
He pinned her. She was wearing his jacket.
Yeah, he was going to propose, actually.
That's nice.
No, just kidding.
I actually saw a kid.
Yeah.
He's not a kid anymore, but my sister, I have one sister who's like a year and a half older than me. And this one kid like loved her so much, and he would like call and be like, I'm gonna drive a tree in front, there was a tree in front of my house, and he'd be like, I'm gonna drive my car into the tree in front of her. He would always like call and be like,
older sister or
he had
middle
BPD.
sister?
Middle sister. He'd be like, I love you, you don't love me, I'm gonna kill myself in front of your house. That was like the big thing.
He had BPD probably.
What is this?
Borderline personality disorder.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I've dated like 6 guys.
That was like a type of big dick energy.
No, I've dated like 6 guys who have it, and they always tell me they're gonna kill themselves.
Yeah. This boy, and I just saw him the other day because I'm back in town. You know, we were like at the same deli. I was like, "Hey, dude, how are you?" He's like, "I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah, that guy has BPD. They always say they're good, like it's really serious because they're usually not good.
Yeah, he was buying an energy drink, and he's fine.
Nice.
One time, I went on one date with this guy who lived in Florida, but he was like in New York a lot, and we had dinner, and then he went back to Florida, and then he called me and asked me to move to Florida. And I was like, no. And he was like, well, come for like 3 weeks. And I was like, maybe I'll come for a few days, but I have to think about it because I met you once and you're like a guy from the internet. And then all my friends told me not to go. So I called him back and I was like, hey, I'm not going to come to Florida. And he was like, if you don't move to Florida to be with me, I'll kill myself. But we had only gone on one date. So I was like, okay, then kill yourself. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah, that's insane.
You have to be at least 6 months in.
Yeah.
To be like, I'm going to drive my car into the tree in front of your house. Who cares?
Yeah, and then
You're
what
just
happened?
some guy.
Yeah, you're just.
And then he didn't kill himself because they never do, and he just blocked me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They never kill. If you're listening to this and someone's telling you they're going to kill themselves because you won't date them, they never kill themselves.
If one more memory card gets full, I'm going to kill myself.
That I do believe. That is true.
Yeah.
I do have to go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We're done with this one, and we'll see you all over on the Patreon.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No, thank you so much. You were awesome. Check out Lizzy. Can you say your things?
Yeah, my Instagram is Lizzy Cassidy, Lizzy with a Y at the end, and I have 2 podcasts. One is called Respectfully, and the other is called Close Calls, which is a comedy podcast about near-death experiences. And the other one's just a regular podcast like this one.
Yeah, super
it's
funny.
Good. The clips are good. Yeah, you're a very good stand-up.
Super
get in on the not the ground floor, but I'll say the third floor.
The third floor, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also host I run a show in Brooklyn every Wednesday and Saturday called Comedians You Should Know, which is on Instagram.
Check it out.
We get some girls who listen to the show, actually.
Oh, hello, ladies. Women don't tend to like me,
Okay.
But I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I have to go. Bye.
All right, thanks for joining us. And you guys know what time it is. My special is out right now on YouTube, on the After Smokes YouTube channel. It's called I'm Normal. Please watch it, comment, like, all that stuff helps me out. Share it to social media. I will be in Zanies in Chicago, April 3rd. Nick Viagas will be featuring for me. And we got some dates coming up. We got Europe. We got Charlotte. We just got Europe and Charlotte.
Dude, Europe's going to be a blast.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Who knows if people come out, though? I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Don't they want to see like a guy from the States?
Do they?
No, probably not.
I would imagine. Johnny says yes.
Yeah. Or do they see it a lot, maybe? But no, not like you.
Yeah.
I'm not an authentic American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, yeah. You guys are a bunch of nerds. They're like, yes, he's all right. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. Follow me on Instagram and all that stuff, and let them know what you got.
Peace. Oh, me. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. No, just check
plug.
out Mike's shit. I mean,
okay.
you know, I think for the next few weeks, let's just plug Mikey's special. Check it out, like it, comment on it, follow the Alpha Smokes YouTube
The first
page,
3 days I hear are really
on.
important, you know. So
The first 3 days are important. That you don't want Mike calling me on Sunday going, God damn it.
yeah,
So let's do this.
yeah.
Maybe Patreon, like a little bit of the Patreon, we'll talk about after the special.
Okay.
We'll record separately.
Okay.
I'll give my review.
Okay.
Yeah, my praise. Check out the special. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, it's producer Johnny. That's the episode. Thanks for listening. I pulled the camera audio from the missing part of this episode. The audio was not good, but if you don't mind that, then stay tuned and enjoy.
Wait a minute. Dan Schneider was racist?
And it's, Amanda, you could look it up online. She's like killing at the Laugh Factory at this kid camp. And you know what these actually are? It's their parents are psychopaths and they write sets for them and they go, you gotta do it this way.
They still put them on like
tone.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah. Do you remember Lil JJ?
Because he ended up on all that. He did a BET.
Yeah, I remember Lil JJ.
I was so jealous of this kid.
Yeah.
When I was like 12, he's probably the same age as me, and he went on BET, and there was like a stand-up competition. And I think he won. He's a little black boy.
There's also Lil Romeo.
Lil Romeo was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what are you talking about? Because stand-up is not really for kids.
Dude, I remember
their
Lil
parents
JJ.
write it, but
joke.
I don't remember Lil JJ's, but I've seen like in doing stand-up in New York, I've seen kids on shows.
Yeah.
And their parents write them a set that's like, man, 3rd grade is crazy.
Right, because
Yes,
but stand-up is
perverted.
it's like my wife won't fuck me in my dick.
I know, but the whole joke of this is like, can you believe a kid is doing almost stand-up?
And I've seen that, but that's always very off-putting to me. I think kids can do sketch and act and whatever. But
I think kids should not do any of that.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
think
I like
kids should
the
do
grease
theater
thing.
and dance.
Yeah.
And like play pretend, but I don't think kids should do anything that's like industry oriented.
Well, they can star in
because the problem is they make your parents go
Yeah,
away.
because then we wouldn't have it.
You're richer than your parents, so your parents are like reliant on you for income. Well, it's not that they resent you, but all of a sudden
You're like a commodity
I feel like my
to your
dad
parents.
would resent me.
yes, and all of a sudden you can't speak up. Like you as the kid are worried to speak up if something goes wrong because you're providing for your family.
And their parents will say things like, if something goes wrong, like we won't have dinner.
Yeah,
you can't be like, this guy's molesting me because then we won't have dinner.
The girl who played Ducky in Land Before Time was like killed by her father.
Oh yeah, that's so sad.
Oh, that's horrible.
She was
that's
something else too.
horrible.
I know, like,
the
why?
cutest thing ever. You're like, was just killed by her dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was like Polish or something. She's like a little Polish girl.
Oh, so maybe he tried
for
to
the money?
alive her.
I don't know.
But
Get a job. Well, don't kill your daughter.
Yeah, dude.
Get your own job.
Get a job,
you Polish loser. Yeah, pick up a
how many
mop.
Polish people does it take to kill his daughter?
Yeah, and Land Before Time came out what is that called? Posthumous? What is that called?
What?
She died before Land Before Time came out.
Did it?
Yeah.
It came out post.
So you
posthumously.
Posthumously. Yeah. Posthumously. I was gonna say. I just be reading
totally.
shit. No one has ever said
Totally.
that to
I
me.
still say biopic.
Oh, I do too. You're not changing it. It's biopic, right?
Yeah, whatever.
No, it's not
It's a
biopic.
biography pick.
Wait, maybe I say biopic.
Yo,
and
motherfuckers
it's
aren't saying
biopic.
biopic. They say it.
No, it's got.
Maybe
it's
a biopic though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember which one's the wrong one, but I say the wrong one. Maybe I say biopic.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't watch the movie Biodome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shore.
So I say biopic because I'm a moron.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think you are right though. I've heard that.
No, it's
I don't say the left doesn't understand biology.
Wait, but that was right. Was that not right?
That's right.
Biology, yeah.
Yeah. Where were we?
Where were you?
Oh, little JJ. I'll tell you a little JJ joke. So this is what like a joke from a little kid would be. He was talking about his mom beating him on BET. It's like, Mama, she whacked. She said, it's because I love you. And then he goes,
that's funny.
Yeah, he goes, then later that night I call into the radio station. I request a song. I go, hey, can you play What's Love Got to Do With It? And everyone's like, ah! Like, freaking the fuck out.
That's a
and
good
he won.
joke.
Yeah, he won the competition. He
But
was really funny.
That goes
But
to your
he had to
point.
he had to get beaten by his mom.
That's what I was gonna
He had to get the
say.
shit beaten out of
That
him.
goes to your point of like comedy is like my wife won't fuck me and I'm fat
There
and
should
a
be
loser.
suffering behind
Yeah.
it.
There should be suffering.
Because there's some like Instagram account where they have kids doing stand up, and of course there's like
and you're like, these
400,000
children need to suffer.
Dude, that's just
that's
gross.
You're watching it and you're like, the kid's talking about like how he leaves his Legos on the floor and his parents step on him. I go, nobody should be. This is like nobody should be involved in this.
Yeah, I mean that's also true about
and
adults
you
doing
suck at
stand-up.
stand up. That's true about adults doing stand up.
Like adults doing stand up with no suffering behind it is just a snooze fest.
Yeah,
but there's no way that kid was like, Dad, I really want to get on stage and talk about leaving my Legos around the house.
Yeah, it's my truth.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. The kid was like, I want to be on TV, and the dad was like, talk about the Legos on America's Got Talent.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I think just put your kid in a play.
Yeah, right.
Just do a school play.
Yeah.
I like what Grease did, where
Just
it's
be weird.
It's obviously adult. That's what it should be.
Put your kid in the production of The Wiz.
And just be a weird kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, like, TV kids are famous and theater kids are weird.
Right.
And it's better to be weird than famous.
For sure. Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, theater kids still get fucked, but by other kids. So that's better.
Way better.
Way better.
They're all just getting, like, massaged too much.
Yeah, I was a theater kid. We were like...
I was too.
You were?
Yeah.
Musical theater or regular?
Yeah, I went to, like, this summer theater workshop in middle school, and it was, like...
Wow.
Yeah, it was always, like, the greatest month of my life.
Yeah.
I did summer theater in school.
Were you good?
Oh, I was a problem.
Yeah. Were you good?
I guess I was.
And then I stopped doing. I remember actively being like, "They are gay." I told the guy. I was like, "I'm not doing it." I did an audition, and he put me in the play anyway, even though I said I wasn't going to do it.
Wow,
and he gave me like the
Scott was like getting his legs massaged by like a confused boy. He was like, "You guys are all gay."
Yeah. Also, theater
this
teachers.
Is gay.
Theater teachers, by the way, are like pedophile light.
Absolutely.
I had a theater teacher who made us do a play that he wrote, and the play was called First Kiss, and it was all scenes of two people kissing, like having like the situation around them kissing, and then it would be like another two people in the situation around them. So he basically was just like, you and you are gonna kiss, and you are gonna kiss, and I wrote this play, and you'll kiss in front of your parents. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
And then we were like, why did they fire that guy?
Oh, you're supposed to just do like guys.
You don't understand,
yeah,
Mom
you're
and
supposed
Dad.
to do guys and dolls.
Yeah, you're supposed to pretend you're gangsters and throw eyes at each other.
Yeah.
That's what kids plays are.
Yeah, you're supposed to do Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
And be like, Audrey's in an abusive relationship, but it's mostly about the plant.
You're supposed to fake a Brooklyn accent. That's what being a play.
That's what I did.
As a little kid.
My whole high school theater career.
Oh, dude, I remember because I never did.
You're supposed to do all white Hamilton.
You're
supposed to move to Iowa.
You're supposed to
yes.
Did you hear about this? There was this was years ago. There was a high school that did Hairspray, which is largely a play about segregation.
Yeah.
And the theater teacher came out.
Hairspray.
It's both. The theater teacher came out before it started and was like, hey, we don't have enough people of color to like accurately represent this play, so you are going to have to pretend. You're going to have to pretend that these white kids are black.
Okay.
That's great.
And it's like, just do maybe any other play.
Yeah. Well, you can't bring kids from another school to film.
No, and you can't do like blackface.
You can't bust them in. You bust them in.
You can't bust them in.
To be the segregated.
You bust in kids from the inner city so you can do Hairspray.
No, but it's crazy to not just be like, I guess we'll do guys and dolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or whatever else. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Bye Bye Birdie.
What did we do?
Grease.
Grease, yes, always Grease.
We always wanted to do Grease, and they'd never let us do Grease.
Is it sexual?
Yeah,
because Rizzo gets pregnant.
I remember they changed a song in Grease because it was too sexual. I'm forgetting which one it was.
Grease Lightning?
They're all sexual.
Isn't there a line in Grease Lightning that's like, it'll make her cream?
The chicks will cream!
The chicks will cream? That's great. That's actually fucking crazy.
It's like, you don't even say that to your butt. Like, guys don't say, I hope you know, like I've never gotten in a car with someone like, hey, what's tonight? Like, what's gonna happen tonight? It's like, dude.
Yeah, I once had a girlfriend tell me that, like, something, she was like, oh yeah, that guy's so funny, he made me cream my jeans. And I was like, don't ever.
Yeah, dude,
don't ever say that. That's horrible.
So the original song was Go Grease Lightning. I love jacking off in my car. Yeah, Danny. Talk about it, Danny. I love filming. Well, they didn't have camcorders back then, but it was just a car that you could jack off in. A chorus line is good.
Yeah,
there's a song.
I was friends with a guy who originated a role in Chorus Line, and he was the neighbor in Sopranos.
We originated a role.
He was like the first guy on
to do it.
We were friends when he was like 70. He's dead now. Yeah,
I know.
He's Patty LaPone's brother. His name is Bob LaPone. He was in the Sopranos. We were friends.
Sopranos.
The neighbor.
Cusimano?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We could have.
He's dead?
He's dead.
Why is half the cast of Sopranos dead?
I don't know. He got cancer and died.
Really?
Yeah, but we were buddies. We would hang out.
And now AJ is like,
yeah.
And now AJ's like older than Tony. Robert Eiler is like older than Tony Soprano.
Well, yeah, that's yeah.
But it's just
because Tony Soprano's is a made up guy. He's always going to be that age.
No, but he's older than Gandolfini was when he did Sopranos.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
AJ's older than
because Gandolfini died.
Yeah. But there's that song on the chorus line, "Tits and Ass."
Yeah.
But they changed it to when high schools did it. They changed it to like Swerves and Curves.
Yeah. Also, they do Rent in high schools, and they make it like
about the common cold.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's like chickenpox, but it's AIDS.
But I've heard that. I think John Marco has talked about that. It's like it's about pink eye or something. You can't say AIDS.
That's pretty great.
He's dying of pink eye. My roommate just died of pink eye.
Who farted on his pillow?
Yeah, but it is a play about AIDS.
Doctor, please tell me it's not pink eye.
It's also weird to be like,
oh my god.
It's weird to be like, we can't say AIDS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the...
Because AIDS is like, people do have AIDS.
You gotta feel AIDS.
It became a slur so quick, though. We grabbed it and went, ugh.
Yeah. Yuck.
Yeah. Awful.
But it's kind of over.
I remember getting my first HIV test when I was like 20.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can give you the result for everything else except HIV. You gotta come in.
Yeah. And then you're like, I have it. Yeah. One time they asked me what I would do if I had it. They were like, would you kill yourself?
That's so funny.
It was just like what I would do. If you took one right now from Rite Aid and I had the results from me, I would be like, if you had it, would you kill yourself? Dude, and they did that to me and I went, no, but I totally would have.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That's
At the time, I was like 18.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I'm like 20, having sex with my like half Japanese girlfriend in Williamsburg. Like, I wonder if I have AIDS. They were like, you have to come in. But I was like, I live in New York, and the guy was like, all right, hold on a second. And he like puts me on hold for a second. He goes,
wait, where was the test?
In Jersey, where I live.
Oh. Oh, so you lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But I'm like, let me just make sure I don't have HIV.
No, that's the responsible.
I had sex with a girl that works at H&M.
Yeah. Poor. That's the responsible thing to do.
What?
Check,
yeah.
Even if you're like a straight boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
I take them all the time for fun.
Well, tests like that?
It feels good to not have anything. It's like a rush. It feels really good to be all neg. And then when I go to, like, it pops up, like, on your phone, and it's, like, green and says negative, and it's, like, dopamine.
Yeah.
The green says negative.
It's, like, a green, it's the word negative written in green.
It's so confusing.
It's the font is green.
Right.
And it says negative.
That's so confusing.
I know, but
I think green positive.
Well, positive bad. Positive bad.
Exactly.
So I think they make the negative green so that to make your brain go good.
Right. But why don't they go, hey, I have positive news for you? They need to go like, hey, the news we have for you is positive.
Yeah, or it should just say like, you don't have AIDS.
It's so counterintuitive, yeah.
You do not, like the pregnancy test that says pregnant or not pregnant, it should be like that. Mm-hmm. AIDS or no AIDS.
My wife has a pregnancy test at home, and there's a picture of a baby on the box. Which is funny because it's like most people...
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people
like
don't
there's a picture of like a smiling baby.
Yeah.
It should be a baby in a circle with a line through it.
Yeah, that is pro-life of them. To be like, look at this little baby.
Pro-life pregnancy test.
Look at this little... What if it was a little baby like this one?
My ex read it wrong, which is you can't do.
I read it wrong.
Yeah. Like, it's like one line, you're not pregnant, 2 lines you are. And she saw one line, and she's like, I'm pregnant. She's like, you know, oh my... Like, she was like happy about it, and I'm like, wait. And I'm like, you're not.
Yeah.
And then I had to be like, what did you read that made you think this was how it is?
Sometimes we just see what we want to see.
I had to like break her heart, you know? It was like a few years ago. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I took a pregnancy test once and let my friend read the results of it on stage.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was nice.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
It's a good time.
Fun.
It's hard to get pregnant. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, but I feel like
get somebody pregnant.
I feel like it is easier to get pregnant if you don't want to.
It's easier to get colon cancer now, I heard, than get pregnant.
Oh, sorry.
You can get colon
That's
cancer.
horrible.
I eat a lot of pepperoni out of the bag.
What gives you colon cancer? Pepperoni?
Just everything we've ever eaten.
Processed, I would imagine.
Processed
It's like people in their 30s are getting colon cancer.
Have you ever pooped in a tube and sent it to a lab?
You know what? I think I like had to once when I was a kid, but my mom like did it for me. Like my mom put it in the vial.
Oh,
was it pinworms?
Because I don't remember. What's that?
Was it pinworms?
No.
I learned about pinworms like a year ago, and I'm hyper fixated on them.
Wait, what are they?
It's butthole worms that kids get.
Oh, that sounds awful. So they're like moving around.
Isn't that gross?
Mike's like, it's just kids. Why'd I have them?
I guess adults could get it, but adults don't like put their fingers in their mouth.
No, I'm just imagining like you need a stool sample, so you like order Chinese food that night, and you're like, and if you can throw in an extra set of chopsticks, that'd be great. And just reaching in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. I think they give you like a glove.
Do they?
I've never done it, but I know people who have done it.
Because what do you do? Can you put it in the where do you shit and put it in the?
You shit in the toilet and you harvest it.
And you scoop it out. Yeah, harvest it. That's a good way.
Yeah.
What do you scoop it with?
You harvest it.
You harvest it and you send it to the lab.
You put on your Chinese farmer hat.
I like stuff like that though. I would do that tomorrow. I just like knowing.
Yeah.
I'll send my blood, piss, and shit to a doctor any day.
Just any time.
I like it. I don't know. It makes me feel like good and clean.
Sure. They gotta ask for it though. You can't just be sending it to them.
I know, which is annoying.
Wait, so you thought you just had to hold the cup and shit in the cup?
No, that's
like
crazy.
The way
that would never work.
Pour soft served ice cream.
That would never work.
You have to spin the cup around.
You would drop the cup for sure.
Oh my god! Yeah.
The velocity would make you drop the cup for sure.
No, but I imagine maybe shitting on a paper plate or something.
Yeah.
That actually does sound like a good way to do it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it stinks.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how much out of water poop stinks.
Oh, really?
Well, you do because you have a kid.
Because I was in San Francisco this week, folks. Let me tell you.
Slay.
Oh, you were?
What? No.
It was awful? Oh, you weren't?
No, but there's shit everywhere.
Because it's gay.
No,
it's just
I'm kidding. Because you're fucking a bunch of guys in the butt.
Yeah, that's why there's shit everywhere.
See, I told you, Gen Z is calling things gay.
There's shit everywhere.
That's great.
Yeah, open air pool smells
it's
crazy.
Nancy Pelosi's district that she can't. She can't stop the shit from being on the street.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fun to be conservative.
I kind of like mine. No, it is. It does seem fun to be conservative.
You just get to get mad about stuff.
And you get to hate people.
And you have money.
You get to hate poor people.
You have money while you're doing it. Yeah.
Imagine being rich and just hating poor people for being poor. That sounds so fun.
Yeah. You have to put a giant American flag on your front lawn.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to put a flag of the earth or whatever libs do.
Yeah. Anytime my mom gets upset, she goes right to migrants.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to have a scapegoat.
Yeah.
I have to internalize. I have to go, what am I doing?
Sure.
That's a good thing to do with the migrant children, because some of them, they're coming over without their parents, and that is a weird situation, because you go, well, where do we put these kids who don't have their parents with them?
Right.
You know? And who are you that you're bringing?
Well, you put them on Nickelodeon.
Exactly. We bring back
put
all
them on
that.
Nickelodeon.
Yes, and all that. What's all that in Spanish? And that's what we'll call it.
I don't know.
Todos que?
Is that it?
I think so, right?
Is that all what?
All is todos.
Yeah, but isn't K what? Wouldn't that be all what?
I thought that is K.
Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
That's what,
but that sounds confusing, because then if you were what and someone was like that, it'd be KK. Yeah. I don't know.
In Italian, it's quella, is that.
Do you speak Italian?
Un poco.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah, he said un poco.
That's trashy.
He's a liar.
It's trashy to speak the language.
It's like when Louis is I speak Mexican.
Todo lo que.
That's good. You were good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do think it's kind of trashy to speak the language of your ancestors if you weren't raised with it.
It depends on your
motive. Wrong?
Well, it depends on the motive. That if you're traveling, I get it.
I don't know.
Yeah. But some, specifically Italians, they do some fan fiction with their heritage.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? Yeah, they're the
Irish people do that too, though. I'm Irish.
We're super aware, though. I was eating.
Yeah, but it's cool to go to Italy and speak a little Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it's not.
I was eating St. Patty's dinner. No, I was eating St. Patty's dinner with my family, and my niece.
Which, by the way, to do it all is crazy. To have a St. Patty's dinner.
It's disgusting.
And I did it this year by myself.
Oh my god. Corned beef is awful.
I made my boyfriend have corned beef with me on St. Patrick's Day because I'm insane.
Yeah. And then
is it awful? My aunt made it. It wasn't. I didn't think it was bad. With some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not. It's not
the best cuisine in the world. But
but it's good.
And we're eating it, and my niece goes, "Corned beef is mid," and it's exactly.
It is mid.
Our genetics are mid, and an Italian would never do. An Italian would never sit in an Italian moment.
And Italian would never say
corned beef. I've never met lamer people than Italians, and they don't even know it. That's the problem.
An Italian person would never say their mother's meatballs are mid.
Yes. Speaking of doing plays in school, every Italian that acts Italian feels like they're doing a play of an Italian.
Yeah, totally. They're like
they're wearing a giant suit, but they're not. But I see a giant suit on them.
The embarrassing thing Irish people do.
Let me ask you this, Scott. What did you eat for dinner this week?
Well, so check this out. Since I live with my mother now, we had St. Patty's on Sunday. I didn't know this until now. Finally, there's been a few holidays. My new role is eating all the leftovers. So this morning, I had corned beef. Yeah, I had potatoes. Yeah. I had some of my brother-in-law's birthday. We had a birthday cake for my brother-in-law, nice. But it was at my mother's house, so it all stayed there. So I have to finish everything. I'm finishing his cake. Yeah.
The embarrassing thing Irish people do that's like what Italians are up to is how we get all mad about British people. But nobody I even know lived in Ireland. My parents' parents and their parents are all from here.
Yeah.
But I'm still, in my blood, I'm like, British people can rot.
Yeah, my dad
I don't know why I'm like
had
that.
Pins everywhere that said, England, get out of Ireland.
Yeah.
And my dad, come on.
Yeah.
Knew nothing.
But I'm totally down for that. I'm totally in that. I can't
even
watch.
Your dad was like an occupier.
In what way?
He occupied the gay sex store.
Wait, was your dad gay?
No.
He was a cop.
Okay, I get it.
He was a cop and he died of cancer.
Yeah.
So do the math.
So do the math.
I get it. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm all the way
there. So Amanda Bynes, all that, right?
She was so talented.
She was so talented.
Freakishly talented. And I remember that, and I was like,
lobotomized.
And I was worried that the documentary wasn't going to give her the props that because I remember it clearly,
right.
And it was like, all that was dope, all that was good. The first season, the first cast is great.
Star.
It started getting not good.
The sketch with the Eastern European Blockbuster, where they're like,
yes,
"Oh, these are Easter."
Yes.
The guy's like, "I rented Star Wars."
Oh my god, that one was amazing.
And it's just like. I have to catch Luke Skywalker.
That was so
I forgot. Yeah, they would put in the tape, right?
It was Drake and Josh and her.
Dude, so good. Dude, yeah.
I don't think was Josh in that. I think it was just her and Drake.
Maybe it was just her and Drake.
Yeah. Josh is
and some guy, some grown man. But they just made all the movies themselves.
That was one of the best sketches. Yeah, Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
She was so much younger than everybody, and she was so. It was
she was.
When she showed up, it was
clear. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
She was a child, so you can't say she was hot, but she was beautiful.
And why were the people mad that 2 Eastern European children made every movie in their
Because they wanted regular Star Wars.
It's like, it is me, Forrest Gump.
And, Dan Schneider constantly getting massages on set, making staff do it. But under the idea of, come give me it, it's not like...
And wasn't he also being like, it'd be funny if you stepped on this cake with your bare feet?
Yeah, shit like that. It was always a lot of foot stuff, Those things, I guess, are debatable. That's why it's because it's a lot of look at this cum shot. And it's yeah, but also that's slapstick, and how many jokes can you make with kids?
It's slime.
I do think it's personally, when I look at it, I go, yeah, that is a little weird.
I do think the feet thing is weird, because I don't think feet were funny before that.
No, feet aren't funny, yeah.
I don't think feet were ever a thing, and then he was like, no, you know how we all agree feet are funny, and we were like, okay.
Yeah, I agree with the foot thing.
There was an episode of You Can't Do That on Television, which was from the 80s or something, and the sketch is this kid comes home from playing baseball or something, and he has to take all his clothes off and strip down to his underwear, and it kind of makes sense in the context of the sketch, but the actor that was in it was that made me feel really violated and uncomfortable.
That was big in the... And you know this because we all did plays. It's at some point you got to put on something really...
But that's how you write children's comedy. You start with going, okay, I want to see a 12-year-old kid in his underwear.
Yeah, I want to make him really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you start from that and then you work.
Yeah. Well, that's how Che writes sketches.
And so there's obviously the weird sketch shit. But then it's just Amanda and Dan Schneider... where all the kids, because they were young, had to go to school. Yeah. Every day you have to go to school. And it's just a room in the all that studios or whatever the fuck. And Amanda would never go to school. And they'd be like, where's Amanda? And they're like, she's writing sketches with Dan. She's working on, she's a genius. She's working with Dan.
I think this
is
true of Jeanette McCurdy as well.
Yeah.
He would pull her out of school and stuff.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
Awful.
He'd like dress up as her grandmother.
And he'd go, oh, it's an emergency.
Yeah. Jeanette has to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly right.
And obviously, like a super. And the other thing is, it's like she had her own sketch show, the Amanda Show, and she's like a little kid, but women never had that. So they're like the first person since Carol Burnett, and she's like a 10-year-old woman. And so people were like, she's Lucille Ball, because there wasn't a lot of women.
Yeah, that was the only one.
That were like performing for it. It's fucking insane.
They had a really funny character on the show. It was a substitute teacher, and his name was Mr. Gullible. And they just
I remember that one. Yeah, that was good.
You would look up at the ceiling and shit.
Yeah,
that was great.
And they had the stalker.
When you're a kid, that's so funny because you're like, yes, like the sub.
Yeah,
the sub comes in and you can tell him we do this.
Or Principal Pimpale. It was Kenan Thompson. He just had a big pimple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
That was like a big thing. It was like defects on a face that you could mock a person for.
Yes. Physical disabilities that you could mock them.
There was one I never saw, and it's in the first episode of this documentary. It's on HBO Max, where this black kid in one of the later seasons, he's Mr. like Big Nose. That's his, or Mr. Nose, and he's like a superhero, and he's got this giant nose, and then it just looks like dicks on his arm, and then it just cuts to him, and he's like, I'm an alcoholic now. He's like, that shit sucked.
That's awful.
He's like, they would always make us wear tights. You're like a kid on national television. You feel exposed, and that stuff's just like awful and part of being a kid and acting. You have to put on tights. But
but now all the famous kids are on TikTok and they get abused by their parents.
It's worse.
Like they get abused by the algorithm. They're like doing it themselves. The algorithm wants me to shove what in my ass?
Yeah, but also like their parents are like making child porn of them, basically. I mean, that's not child porn, but they're like, the comments are like, this is great, would love to see her in the bath.
I know.
And it's like, how could you see that and still film your kid?
Yeah. The main story in this, though, in this documentary about Nickelodeon is, so there's the Amanda Show. It's a hit, obviously. Drake and Josh are cast members on the Amanda Show. There is a like a voice coach or whatever who does he helps all the kids, right? This guy Brian Peck, and
also sounds like a pedophile.
Yeah, and Josh Peck that's his life, but they're not related. So Dan Schneider,
Brian with a Y.
Yeah,
Brian.
I don't even.
Brian Peck.
And Dan Schneider is like, hey, we're doing a buddy show. Drake and Josh, we're gonna take you from the Amanda Show. You're gonna have your own show. They film the pilot and they wait, and in between filming the pilot, this guy Brian Peck moves in on Drake Bell.
Oh, so he was like a boy pedophile.
Yeah, he's 14 at the time. Drake's dad is like, yo, this guy is touching my son too much. He's always following. Why is he following him around? He's just, his job should be work with everybody, not just my son.
And he's complaining, but he's wearing a purple tracksuit with his own name on it.
And then he went to the producers. He was like, yo, this guy's weird. And he was like, maybe you're being homophobic. He's actually gay, and gay guys act like that. Oh, I'm sorry. And then he left.
I love
this
that.
is in the documentary.
This
is what he says, and then...
And they were like, he's Italian. He kisses people on the mouth.
Drake somehow is this guy Brian Peck starts getting in Drake's ear. Brian starts bringing him to Disney, all this stuff. And he was like, you need to fire your dad as your manager. He's not doing good for you. He fires his dad as a manager, and him and his dad don't see each other. Drake's dad tells the mom, because they're split up, don't let Drake hang out with this fucking guy. He's a weirdo. And she let Drake sleep over his house a bunch of times. Drake woke up one night. These moms
should be arrested, too.
Of course. Drake woke up one night being sexually assaulted by this dude. Drake shows up at the end of episode 2, and he, it's a big moment where everyone's like, wait, who? Because this guy, Brian Peck, it's a whole lawsuit after the fact. And he served some jail time and all this stuff. And no one knew up until this moment that the kid, John Doe, was Drake Bell.
Oh, that's why I just saw he made a TikTok where he was like, everybody's commenting mean things on Josh's social media, but he has reached out, so leave him alone. I didn't know what it was about, but it's this.
Yeah, and so it's between it was between the pilot and the rest of the season.
Whoa.
Was when he was getting sexually assaulted by this guy, and it was often. And Drake is picture the worst things in your head. That's what was going on.
Oh my god!
He couldn't tell his mom for some reason. He finally got a girlfriend when he was 16, and Brian would call the girlfriend's house.
Because the worst thing in my head is a guy shoves a lizard up my ass.
That's the worst thing.
Like, that's what happened to you? You just start interviewing Drake like that? God damn, that's terrible. You took a whole lizard in your ass? A chameleon? Did it change the color of your ass? If you shove a chameleon in your ass,
yeah, it would.
Does it turn pink?
It would, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's like, you broke my chameleon. He's brown now.
This is how dumb.
Mike and Scott don't talk about
shit
challenge for Patreon.
Wait, I think bird in your ass
This isn't recording
worse.
anymore. It's just SD card full. Motherfucker!